Welcome to week 5 weigh-in day. Got my scales just here, my food plan sitting right there as well. First of all, I want to acknowledge a commenter, and I haven't written it down, Opus Magnus 1949. I'll get a little snip of his comment. He has said something about zone 2 rowing, slowing down the strokes per minute and then rowing for longer. After reading that comment, I went and read about zone 2 rowing and how it may be more beneficial as a weight loss mechanism. Get yourself into that rowing situation, whatever it is. Get your heart rate into zone 2 rather than pushing a red light on your rowing every time you get on the machine. And I changed everything. I kind of one thing went into my brain that, well, hang on a second, no, I've got a plan. This channel is about me sticking to my plan and and going for it with what I think I know. And if it doesn't work out, then let's let this plan fail, and then I can go into what the suggestions of everybody else is. But then I kind of thought, well, no, that's not actually what this channel is about, is it? This channel is about me getting from 104 kg down to 80 kg in a healthy and less stressful way. I'm trying to think of a better word than stressful, but that's kind of what it's about, right? And I don't really want to waste time either. I'm 48 years old. I don't really want to spend a year failing to get to 80 kg simply because I didn't take good advice. So I read about it and I texted a couple of old mates that that sort of know a little bit more than me, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. That's definitely what you should be doing." They did specifically mention my age rather than if I was in my 20s. No, yeah, you do some of that, and then you push yourself. You do those red line days as well. But having got the comment from Opus Magus 1949, Opus Magnus 1949, I do apologize. Um, plus my reading, plus some confirmation from a couple of old friends, I decided this channel is not about me trying to prove myself right or wrong. It's about getting to 80 kg in the simplest, most healthy way. The way that is not going to destroy me. So we've changed everything. I am now rowing 60 minutes 4 times a week, approximately 4 times a week. Essentially, the intention was to be rowing. The intention was to be doing about 10k in 45 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week. And now I'm looking at doing, it looks around about 12k in an hour with a 2 minute break in there. So 30 minutes on, 2 minutes off, 30 minutes on, getting myself to 12 kilometers and doing that 4 times a week. I was thinking 5 or 6 times, and I think after the first couple of rows, I'm thinking, that sounds ridiculous. I can't do it. So thank you so much, Opus Magus 1949. You have changed this channel, and I think that is going to help me become more successful. So I want to encourage, if you are watching this, I know there's not many viewers at the moment, but if you do watch this and you do think, you know what, I could offer some good advice, I will take it. I'm listening. I'm here for this. Okay. And that might be the reason that I actually started the channel, because I'm fairly confident about what I'm doing, but I'm willing to learn, willing to try new things. Okay, while we're on the rowing thing, let's talk about exercise first. Doing that first 60 minutes, probably my lungs are feeling great. I'm feeling pretty good. Body wise, not so brilliant. The knee didn't really like it. I think it's because you're sort of losing that flow movement and more getting into that sort of, it's a more regular push rather than getting yourself into a regular phase of getting 30 strokes per minute. So there's a bit more pressure through the knee. So I'm having to be a little bit more strict on how I'm rowing. So the first couple of rows, I really felt a little bit of pain through the knee for maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and then it'd sort of dissipate and go away. Just the row, not last night, but the night before was not so. I had maybe two actual strokes that I went, oh, that's not right, and then sort of 20 minutes later, oh, that's not right, and then, but it was just fleeting. In fact, last night, no pain at all. In the knee, at least anyway. Probably where I am feeling it is right in the midsection, right across here. And I think that's because I've got a weak midsection. Um, Getting on a rowing machine, you've got that crunching up thing going on. So I'm not entirely sure what it is. I'm hoping it's not my hip flexors. They've always been a little bit weird, my hip flexors. I'd had, when I was younger and running and all that sort of thing, I had very flexible hip flexors, apparently. But they also, as I've got older, they've started clicking. I'll just be out for a walk and maybe take a step or be doing something and boom, click in my hip flexor. Don't know what that means. If you do, please let me know. So the exercise thing has been excellent, except for I have skipped legs day. I've essentially done two weights room days. One of them is focused on chest, shoulders, triceps, and the other one is on the back, biceps, and legs. And I haven't done my back, biceps, legs day this week. I was trying to figure out when the hell I was going to do it. The only night I could have done it, so I was busy on Wednesday night, and I was rowing the other nights, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night. Yes, I rowed on Saturday night, watching sport on TV, and the only nights that I could have done it, well, the only night I could have done it was Friday, or I could have done it in the morning, and that's probably the biggest change that I've done this week, is that all my exercise is now occurring after dinner. So I'm basically eating by about I will have eaten by about 6:30, and then I'm on the rowing machine about 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. So I'm probably getting to bed at about 11:30, and then you're on the rowing machine. You may as well say I'm not finished exercising. A quick shower afterwards. It's 10 o'clock, and then sort of let myself sort of relax for an hour. Do a little bit of editing on the laptop, and then it's I'm sort of fighting to get up in the morning. So essentially, all of my exercise now needs to occur at night, and I've always loved being a weights person in the morning. There's something about doing weights in the morning before going to work. So I now need to either switch the brain into, okay, weights at night, or I need to figure out a way of doing those weights in the morning, because they have to be done. I'm a believer in making sure that you get that muscle base. You need strong legs, you need strong arms, particularly for rowing. You're probably going to pick up some muscular frame there anyway, but it doesn't work everything, right? So while I'm not particularly interested in getting massive or cut or lean, or getting those huge biceps, I'll take the huge biceps, but I'm not too worried about that. But it is a basic part of exercise. You need to do your resistance training. So I need to get back onto that. So that's probably the focus for this week. Right, let's talk about stress. I had an extremely stressful week again, except for I actually resolved most of the stress. So half of what I'm stressed out about outside of exercise, don't worry about exercise. This is not the stressful part of my life. So I managed to get one thing sorted, and it is an absolute relief. To be honest, I still haven't sort of got. I'm still doing that. Yeah, habit. Don't know why. Um, I still haven't switched out of the stress mode, but over the next week or so, I'm going to hope that I don't need to worry about that anymore. Unimportant to this channel, except for probably something that a lot of people go through around the world, and it's not something that you can avoid. Some people deal with it better than others, and even my own family is saying, this is a you're taking this quite personally, quite stressfully. like they were sort of mentioning, why are you worried about this so much? Yeah, it's a worry. It's not this big of a worry, but no, I get stressed out about stuff. Um, the there's still some other ongoing stresses, but that's all. Everything now is work stuff. Probably let's talk about YouTube for a second. I'm under a bit of pressure now. So if you haven't noticed, I'm putting out some very long videos, and that's because I don't want to cut it up. I just figure stuff it. You may as well get all the rowing. And I've given up on showing those the resistance training videos. There was a lot of editing, and nobody was clicking on them. So I thought, well, I don't know if anybody's really interested in watching me do some weights. Let me know if you are. Probably I'm under a little bit of pressure because my MacBook is sitting right there, and other people want to use it. They've come up with a YouTube idea that they reckon can get far more subscribers than I've got. So they're saying we want the MacBook, and I have said yes. So I've got a bit of a tug of war for it's either let them use that, or I have to go and buy a new one, or I have to do less videos, and that's probably what I'm trending towards. I'm trending towards probably doing less videos. If like this YouTube channel, I've found it really. I don't know. I quite don't know what it is, but I think it's just putting it out there, getting regular, getting into a routine. I know that this has helped me get started, particularly when you get a comment from a viewer who completely changes your outlook on what you're actually trying to achieve. You've got to. There's a little comment that I've made on another video. Be flexible, expect results. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Stress, YouTube. Yeah, so YouTube, I'm not too sure how long I'm going to keep going, or I'll keep going with the channel, but I don't know about how many videos I'm going to be able to put out for a while until I can afford until I can afford another laptop, it seems. Okay. Food wise, brief look at the food, and so that is that's your right hand side. On your left hand side, you'll see that the days have continued on. So this is, what is it? Is it day 20? That's day 28 of the diet was yesterday, and you'll see that I've done pretty well. I've had a couple of fail meals, and they were a bit not too worried about that. I've had 3 fail meals this week, which is more than I wanted. And I've had, is it 4? No, 3 fail meals. Probably the biggest challenge is, so this C means that I'm drinking all the water that I want to drink, but I am not drinking my litre before work. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to drink that water before I get to work. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do there. I'm going to keep the rule that I need to drink 1 litre of water before I leave the house in the morning. And I think that what that means is that I need to force myself to get out of bed earlier in the morning maybe 6:30ish, and just go to the kitchen and pound a liter of water. Just take 5 minutes out and just smash it. And that's not much fun if you haven't been exercising and drinking that liter of water. So I haven't done it today either. I haven't done much this morning. I stayed up far too late watching rugby over in Europe. But okay, let's get on. Let's get on with the show, shall we? Let's do this weigh-in. What am I expecting? I am expecting results. I think so. This particular hoodie used to be quite tight in areas. Now I can wear it out. I'm pretty happy. Also, just generally, I feel like my clothes are looser. I feel like I might not get under 100 this week, but I'm hoping that I should have lost at least half a kg. Let's find out. Let's find out together. Okay, cheers. Okay, we're calibrated. Let's do this. And it looks like I am specifically 100 kgs. So it looks like I've maybe lost a kg. That's good news. I'll take a photo of that and confirm that. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been... There we go. There we go. Thank you very much. So this has been a fairly successful week. Sorry about the hat here. I'm about to go and do a bunch of gardening, so I couldn't be bothered having a shower and doing the hair before this video. Yeah, this is a relatively successful week. Lost a kg, changed the workout. I'm getting there. I wonder if that food has sort of impacted on the weight, which it probably has. But let's not worry about it. Let's keep it going, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. I just took the photo, and it turns out that I might be under 100 kg. That's a time to celebrate, isn't it? I think I might be 99.95 kg. This is fantastic. I took a couple of photos. They all seem to be under 100 kg. I'm going places.